Yep, no, I got it. There you go. Perfect. Lovely, guys. One more breath here. Excellent. Going to bring my head back to neutral. I want you to interlock your fingers. Take your hands to the back of your head, and you're going to push into your hands, creating a little bit of resistance for 10 seconds. So pushing back with your head and forward with your hands for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And release all those activated muscles. And now I just want you to drop your chin to your chest, drop your elbows forward. Feel a nice stretch down the side of your neck, down the two sides of your spine, and take 3 breaths here. Lovely. Lift that head back up to neutral. We're going to take our hands, the same position, interlock to our forehead. And again, we're going to press forward into our hands this time, pulling our hands back for 10 seconds. Off we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You should have felt all the front of your neck muscles activate. And now you're going to drop your head back, chin to the sky, and take 3 breaths here. Lovely, guys. I just want you to circle that neck 3 times to the right and 3 times to the left. And hopefully it's feeling a little bit looser. And 3. Perfect. From here, guys, we're just going to lift up onto our knees. We're going to take one arm up overhead, reach up as high as we can, and then with our fingertips, reach down our leg as far as you can and feel a nice big stretch all the way down our side body. Keep your hips forward. So what I mean by that is make sure that we're not hinging here. Squeeze your glutes forward so you have a nice straight body from a side view. Lovely. Let the arm hang over your head. You might feel it all the way down into your hip. Good. Inhale back to center. We'll rotate our arms. Reach before you lean. And then reach down your leg with that opposite hand. Squeeze your glutes forward. Nice deep breaths. Lovely, guys. And bring it back here to center. Just going to bring my arms out. I'm just going to go for 10 little circles forwards. Get those shoulders nice and warm. Making them a little bit bigger. Move to the side here, good. And bigger again. And then as big as you possibly can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to our start position. And we'll go the opposite direction. So just small circles here. Getting a little bit bigger. And bigger. And as big as we can go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it off. Feel those muscles working. All right, some shoulder rotations, guys, or shoulder cogs. So again, I'm going to start in my T position. I'm going to keep my palms flat. I'm going to rotate one palm backwards and the other one forwards. So my shoulders are rotating in the opposite directions, and then I'm going to switch. Lovely. So off you go, guys, for 10 reps here, 5 in each direction. Lovely. So rotating the shoulders, dropping one shoulder forward and opening the other one back. Lovely. Super stuff. And we're going to take that cog action to our thoracic next. So I can stay on my knees here if I want. I'm going to round through my upper back, pulling my hips forward. And as I do, bring my chin to the sky. So I'm pulling my hips up, pulling my chin up, and rounding my shoulders. So my thumbs are turning inwards. And then I'm going to reverse that, stick my tailbone back, drop my chin to my chest, open my palms outwards. Very nice. And reverse. So it feels quite awkward. Your hips are tucked, chin is to the sky, shoulders are rolled forward, palms turned backwards. And reverse, stick your hips back, drop your chin to your chest, open your palms forward. Lovely, we'll do 2 more. Tucking the pelvis up, chin to the sky, shoulders forward, palms facing back and to the side. And reverse, stick your hips back, drop your chin to your chest, open your palms forward. Lovely, and last one. And reverse. Lovely, guys. Great work. Just shake it off. We're going to take a lying position on our front next. If you have a foam roller, yoga block, anything with a little bit of a height, you can use it. You don't need it. So if you don't have anything, don't worry. All right. Hopefully I fit here. A little bit tight for space. So guys, I'm going to lie in my front. You've all done this one before. I'm going to put my height just out in front of me so it's under my wrists. Take my forehead onto the floor. Lift my hands off my height. Circle them all the way back. Rotate palms to sky. And then bring my fists together up my back as far as I can. Then I'm going to reverse that action. Rotating and try and keeping them above that height when your arms are in that overhead position. That's that extra little challenge. So you're going to go for 5 reps here, guys. Nice and slow. All your body is relaxed on the floor, including your forehead, and your shoulders and arms is all that is active and working. When you get your fists together behind your low back, try to pull your elbows, forearms, and hands as high as you can so you can get those fists up your spine as far as possible. Lovely. And breathe here, guys. Make sure the neck is relaxed with your forehead resting on the floor. Lovely. The aim here is keeping those hands as high as you can when they're in your overhead position, and as you bring them down and around, fists together, keep those elbows high. Very nice, guys. So 5 reps and you're done. Lovely. Join me then on all 4s. Now we'll just make our way through 10 cat-cows here. So knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. You're going to lift your tailbone and chin to the sky, and then reverse, tucking the tailbone and tucking your chin. Keeping your arms locked out, elbows rotated back towards your legs. Lovely. And see how much you can tuck that chin and tuck that pelvis, and then opening them up, sticking your hips up to the sky and lifting your chin as high as you can. So really work to find your end range here through your arch and hollow, focusing on your hips and your neck or your chin moving into the last little position that you can get. Really nice, guys. As you finish up there, we're going to use that height foam roller or yoga block. For my all four position, I'm going to take my right hand onto my height. My left hand is going to come on top of my right hand. And I'm just going to let that foam roller move out and drop my chest through to the floor. I'm allowing my tailbone here to turn up to the sky. In a moment, I might ask you to tuck that tailbone, but keep pressing down through your chest. Take your knees a little bit wider here. So take your knees as wide as your yoga mat. Lovely. And focus on your chest bone being the lowest point here. So if you find that you're headbutting the floor or you're sticking your head through too much, just lift your head slightly, keeping your ears in line with your upper arm. Lovely, Sinead. So T, I want you to walk your knees back for me. We're going to do that one next. So your knees are under your hips for a moment. Very nice, guys. And if you want to move into some subtle pelvic rocks here, so just gently tucking and releasing the pelvis, but keep your hands in the same position. As you tuck your pelvis, you want your armpits to keep pressing down towards the mat. And it can be a very gentle movement here. Maybe just an inch as you tuck and release that pelvis. Do one or two more here. And then staying in this position, guys, if you have a foam roller, it'll move back with you. If not, you can readjust. We're going to send our hips all the way back now. Keep our knees wide. You can swap the hand that's on top and just drop that chest through again. So this is going to take the emphasis off our lower back and really focus on that mid-thoracic spine right in the middle of the shoulder blades. Lovely. So we're going to be here for 30 seconds and then we'll swap that hand that's on top. Focus on some long inhales, pausing at the top of your breath, and a nice long exhale. Okay, guys, just readjust and change the hands that's on top, and we'll do another 30 seconds here. Reaching those hips all the way back to your heels and dropping that chest bone through to the floor. Lovely, guys, and relax. Up you come from there. We're going to stay on all fours, and we're just going to go for an upper body twist here. So from my all four position, I'm going to reach one hand through as much as I can, taking the side of my shoulder and the side of my head onto the floor. And then with this opposite arm, I'm going to reach up to the sky, follow it with my eyes. And if you want, you can drop that hand back and around to grab onto your hip, or you can just stay here. All right, so we'll go for 60 seconds on each side here. Lovely. If you are able to take that twist and get your hand into the crease of your hip, excellent. Lovely. And you can play with the position of your hips. If you feel like pushing your hips back towards your heels helps you get a better twist, or maybe you take yourself slightly more forward. 30 more seconds on this side. See if you can brace further into that twist. Push against the floor. Pull that shoulder that's on top. Open it up as much as you can for 10 seconds. Lovely, guys. Bring yourself back to all fours. Making your way into the opposite side. So big reach, coming onto the side of your shoulders, side of your head. Using that floor to open up and twist through the thoracic spine as much as you can. Nice big deep breaths. Fifteen more seconds. Very nice. And out you come. You can shake it off. Just have a little look at me. I'm going to demo our next one. We're coming onto our back for an open book rotation here. So from here, guys, I'm going to roll over to my side. Take my knees up to hip height. So bending my knees at 90 degrees, making sure those knees are in line with my hips. And I'm going to reach my hands out in front, one hand on top of the other. You can rest your head on the floor or just hold it up slightly, or maybe put a yoga block underneath, whatever feels most comfortable. From here, with my hand that's on top, I'm going to reach forward as much as I can, getting a nice stretch across my upper back. And I'm going to draw as like a rainbow half circle above my head, trying to keep my hand as close to the ground as possible, opening up all the way into a T position. I have my arm bent here just because of space, but you can keep your arms nice and straight, aiming to get both shoulders on the floor. And I'm going to hang out here for about 30 seconds on my first rep, allowing the weight of that arm hanging over, pull that shoulder down. And then I'm going to bring it up and over, and I'll go into 5 moving reps of this open book rotation. Okay? So set yourselves up, guys. We're going to hold for 30 in that first rotation. We'll get everyone there together. Reach forward, drawing that rainbow shape up and over the head. And then as you open into that T position, let gravity do its work here. Let the weight of that hand hang heavy behind you. And we're here, guys, for 30 seconds. Take a big breath in, almost like a brace. And then on your exhale, release the weight of your body, release the weight of that arm down to the floor. Keeping knees together, and just check that those knees haven't dropped below your hips, Sinead. Pull the knees up to your hip height. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, guys. So take that arm up and over the top, back to meet your other hand, and you're going to go through 4 more moving reps here, but nice and slow. Paying attention as you draw that rainbow, and think about peeling your back down onto the floor, aiming to get between your 2 shoulders flat on the floor when you open up into your T position. Excellent. Be mindful of that lower body. Try to keep those knees together and up in line with your hips. Focusing on an exhale as you draw that rainbow up and over your head. Nice, Donna, that looks good. And once you've completed 4 reps, guys, we just turn ourselves over and just wait. We'll all go together for our first repetition so we can hold for 30 seconds, and then I'll let you guys go through your reps. Okay, I have everyone turning over. So just check in, make sure your knees are in line with your hips. 90-degree bend in the knee. One hand is on top of the other. Now, before we go, I really want you to reach as far as you can with that top hand. Out in front of you on the floor, reach, reach, reach. And now draw a big circle up and over. Again, you're reaching constantly as that arm passes up over your head. Keep reaching through the side body, extending through your chest and arm as much as you can. And we're here for 30, guys. So try to relax the head and neck, relaxing that arm out behind you. Feel the weight, drawing that shoulder closer to the floor. 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Lovely, guys. So you can move into your 4 repetitions now. Big reach past that hand as you start your rep. And imagine someone is pulling that wrist, stretching the arm away from the shoulder as far as you can. Good, guys, let me hear that breath work. Big exhale as you open up to your T position. Take time. Excellent. I love how slow you guys are moving through these reps. Comfort your tight space like me. So you can bend that arm, but just keep extending through the shoulder. All right, guys, you can wrap it up. You should be nearly done. We have 5 minutes and we're going to spend these last 5 minutes, guys, just doing some Jefferson curls. So we're going to focus the Jefferson curls on the top part of the body. So really focusing on rounding through our thoracic. We will come down to our forward fold, which will get more into your hamstrings, but you can bend your knees here a little bit more if you want today. So I'm just going to pop that up over there. We did this last week, guys. I'm going to use the wall just as a little indicator to keep peeling my vertebrae one at a time. So I'll take a little step forward, I have a little bit of space. I want you guys to see my head and neck here more than anything. So imagine you're Velcroed to the wall and starting with tucking our chin only, everything else is staying upright. I'm going to tuck that chin until I feel that stretch down the back of my neck. When I can no longer tuck it anymore, I'm going to let my shoulders roll in on themselves. My hands will just move forward naturally. I'm keeping my glutes really tightly squeezed here so that I'm not hinging from the hip. And I'm rounding through that upper thoracic. Really focus on slowly peeling one vertebrae at a time and keeping my chin and head relaxed. So I'm really feeling that stretch across my upper back. Once those shoulders come past my hips, now I can start to release my tailbone to the sky. And when I get to the bottom of my forward fold, you can take a gentle knee bend here and just hang like a rag doll. Let your spine decompress here as the weight of your body just hangs forwards. Lovely. So bend the knees here generously so you really feel heavy in the upper body. Taking about 10 seconds. And then before we go back up, send those knees back, lock them out. And now really think of pulling your tailbone forward, squeezing the glutes, relaxing the head and neck until the very last part of the movement. Try to find that stretch in the back of the neck on your way back up again. Really nice work, guys. We have about 3 minutes. I'm going to let you move through this at your own pace. If you have a weight nearby and you want to make it a weighted Jefferson curl, you can do so. Doesn't have to be anything heavy. But if you are using a weight, just be mindful that you don't create tension in the arms. So as you roll forward, let that weight naturally go where it wants to go. Nice, Warren. So when you're in that forward fold, guys, everything from the waist upwards should be completely relaxed. Take some nice deep breaths at the bottom of your fold. Lovely. And then lock out those knees. Get a little hamstring stretch on your way back up. Really nice pace, guys. Everyone's taking it super slow. So we have about 2 minutes. You might get through 1 or 2 more reps. Really nice. You can even take a few side rocks at the bottom or pedal the knees, getting a little bit of hamstring work. All right, guys, I'll let you finish on whatever rep you're on now. Lovely stuff. And once you get to the top, just shake it out. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. Shake out the arms.